Yes, I'm back again on my podcast. I'm back again on my YouTube channel. I'm back again on my YouTube page. Yes, I'm Dr. Kudzi Madziro. Right. You saw the video topic, you saw the video title that goes by the statement or by the phrase what Dr. Christopher Muchangwa said about the nation South Africa, about the country South Africa. This is what I want to podcast right now. So my podcasting is based on that video title that you saw. Right. So this man Dr. Christopher Muchangwa is the national spokesperson for ZANU-PF political party, ZANU-PF political party in Zimbabwe, Republic of Zimbabwe. So just last week, he was in South Africa at another conference, at another summit, a summit for national liberation war movements like ZANU-PF, like ANC, like Frelimo for Mozambique, like SWAPO for Namibia, and Chama Chama Pinduzi for Tanzania. So these national liberation war parties, they were gathered on that summit, on that conference, discussing issues to do with defending gains, defending the benefits of liberation that they got when they defeated the colonial masters and got independence. For example, Frelimo in Mozambique, SWAPO in Namibia, Chama Chama Pinduzi in Tanzania, ZANU-PF in Zimbabwe, and ANC in South Africa. So, so after that conference, this man, Dr. Muchangwa, was hosted by a News Africa organization that deals with media, publishing news, publishing information. So at that organization in Johannesburg, News Africa, as a broadcaster, they asked this man on an interview, like, what do you say about South Africa? From way past until right now, in this current era, what do you have to say about South Africa? Then he gave a good comment, a good remark, speaking about the issue of capital. That South Africa, for a long time, since the days of the apartheid until right now, has been having access to capital, has been having good comparative access to capital as compared to many other African countries. You understand? South Africa has been better privileged, receiving capital, comparatively having better access to capital than other African countries. Then he spoke about South Africa. This because South Africa is been having the biggest white population in their country or in their nation, to a point whereby any Western country was just favoring South Africa when it comes to access to capital, access to markets, access to money, access to loans, access to resources, access to assets. So because South Africa was keeping or was harboring in their country, in their nation, a lot of white population, a lot of white people. This made the Western countries, USA, even the European countries, to favor South Africa to the largest extent over any other African country when it comes to access to money, access to capital, access to loans, access to markets, access to lines of credit, access to resources, access to assets. So this is what he said about South Africa, that for a long time, as a white apartheid state, as a white dominated country, from the days of the apartheid regime until right now, in the time of democracy in South Africa, under the current president, Dr. Cyril Ramaphosa, yes, South Africa has been better positioned to receive better treatment, a lot of favor from Western countries, from the big powers like USA, UK, European countries, especially financially and economically speaking. Financially and economically speaking, when it comes to loans, when it comes to money, when it comes to access to technology, access to better quality information, better quality technology, access to resources, access to markets, access to assets, and things like that. So this is what he said about the country, South Africa. That if you compare South Africa and other African countries, This is the thing that will stand out firm, stand out so clear for South Africa over any other African country. Then he said, point number two, when it comes to the white population, it is the biggest. You see the biggest of it in South Africa. Then number two, you see the biggest white population in Zimbabwe. Back there, Zimbabwe used to be known as Rhodesia, Southern Rhodesia. Yes, Southern Rhodesia, under the colonial times. But now it's called Zimbabwe. And Zimbabwe had the second biggest white population after South Africa. And South Africa was number one. Zimbabwe was number two. When it comes to keeping or harboring in their country, in their nation, the white people, the white population, Zimbabwe was number two. And South Africa was number one. And back there again, Zimbabwe was comparatively having better access to capital from the Western countries, capital from the big powers of the world, like UK, USA, over any other African country, because they were harboring a lot of white people, white folk within their borders, within their country or nation. Zimbabwe is number two and number one is South Africa. But South Africa was the biggest keeper, biggest protector of white interests, white people in their nation, in their country. So this is what Dr. Christopher Mutsvangwa said at News Africa organization when asked or when commenting in passing about this kind of South Africa. So I just said, no, let me just do a video to showcase some of the comments, some of the information that people need to know about South Africa from historic past until right now in this current era, in this current modern world, under the presidency of Dr. Cyril Ramaphosa as the president in South Africa. Okay, when I was narrating this issue, explaining everything, what came to your mind, what popped up in your brain, type right as a comment in the comment section, comments box. I'll come and see them out. I'll come and check them out. Let's talk further from there. Whatever you think, whatever came to your mind about South Africa. As far as the comments from Dr. Christopher Mutsvangwa, National ZANU-PF spokesperson are concerned, what do you have to say about it? Type right in the comments box, comment section. I'm done talking on this one. Peace out, sharp.